Hey guys, so today we are eating with Shuri some great food. I'm actually really excited because today, I shouldn't be super excited, but I'm excited because I have leftovers, which means that I have some leftover kale and salmon. It actually doesn't look great, to be fair. And then I have fresh quinoa and chickpeas and guacamole, and it's the best guacamole I've had in a long time. It's like organic guacamole from Publix. It's called Holy Guacamole or something. Anyways, it's so good. I'm excited to try the whole combination. Looks like this. So exciting. Okay. So while I'm eating this, this video is gonna be crazy. I'm also gonna be reviewing this Tropicana. I always like hate on Tropicana a little bit, but I'm drinking Tropicana today. And it's kind of a sin, but I will probably drink from the bottle. Okay, I'm like craving, I don't know, summer vibes, like juice, avocado, salmon, just good things. Also probably calcium, which is why I needed this. But I will warn you, this juice has, a warning for myself, contains orange juice from US and Brazil. Mixing countries and my orange juice. Anyways, it has citric acid and malic acid, which I don't know if it's good or bad. But let's go. I don't know if you have to shake this. It doesn't say. I'm not gonna shake it. Classic taste. What is this, like half a gallon? I guess it's not super outrageous to drink from the bottle because I drink from gallon bottles. Anyways. Juice is classic, like I grew up on it, so it's good. It's good to me. Really tasting that calcium, you know. Just kidding. So today I had a really strange idea. Well, I don't know if you would consider it strange, but as some of you know, I've been training for my marathon coming up. Then as I was listening to my coaches, which it isn't all the time, but from time to time, like my coach will bring in or like talk to Olympic athletes who have won gold medals, and the last one I was listening to is the fastest one and won the marathon in London. And it's interesting because a lot of times we think, and I think it's getting better now, but we think that someone wins a gold medal in I don't remember what year it was. I feel like it was 2003, but say someone won a medal in 2003. Oh my god, there's a beetle, sorry. I don't know how to react. Okay, anyways. So, and we think, oh my god, they're such a success, which they are. They're definitely a success. I'm literally freaking out. Okay, So they're a success. But all we can do is usually like fangirl or fanboy that person. We're like, oh my god, they're successful, they've made it. But what I learned from this runner, and I think it's just something I just didn't really think about, is how that runner didn't just decide to run in 2003 and get an Olympic gold medal. That runner did decide to run in 2003 and did want to win a gold medal. But you never know if you're going to win that gold medal, right? Of course, some people will say, I knew I was going to win, and they can say that in hindsight. But there are times where people are like, I want to win, I feel like I'm going to win, and I didn't win. The point is, you're still a winner for trying. That's number one. And then two, the runner that won, fastest marathon runner for a female, has like been preparing since, and she said since 1985. Like, it doesn't start the year of, or maybe the year before. It really starts like years before. It really is a case of someone planted a seed. It started from when she was little, before she even started running, to running herself, to obviously enjoying it, putting in the time, and then when talent meets opportunity, you get a gold medal. I've also noticed a lot of the fast runners that are running, and I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but it makes a lot of sense. Their dads, or mainly their dads, I was gonna say both parents, but I mainly hear dads, so far anyways, that encourage the daughter. I've been listening to a lot of female athletes, the daughter run. So their first memories are like watching their dad run, whether it's for Olympic medal or just running in general, and then being like, I could do that as well. And they have that coach, kind of similar to like, I think I've had classmates who are really good at English or math, and their parents were math professors or English majored disciplinaries. It's no surprise, because if you're around other people from a young age that are experts, so if you're a 1-year-old and your mother or father's English level is higher than the average, your English as a child will be higher than average as well. Just, it's no surprise that like a lot of Asian and European countries lead the way in math, but they've also led the way in math for generations. It's like not in their blood, but they have people around them, some people, that are leading the way. And so, like, I, growing up, was good in math, but my family was also good in math. They're from Hong Kong, and their math skills at a young age are very good, and they taught me that skill at a young age as well. Whereas my friends, some of them were even smarter, because I had a friend, I remember distinctly, she was like, came over when we were in maybe 2nd grade, but she came over from China, and she knew calculus, and we were learning not calculus. So for her, she was sleeping in class all the time, and you could say, oh, maybe she's lazy, but honestly, she just like knew everything math related. She was struggling in the English department, but that makes sense, right? Her parents didn't know a lick of English. So it's all relative sometimes. My point is that when you have people around you that are great, and you realize this at a young age, you become great as well. Of course, I'm not young anymore. However, I have the foresight of thinking that, oh my god, I could be a runner. And if I were, you know, 1 year old or 2, I'd be better off in that area, because obviously, like, at this point, body is a certain level and time is a certain level, and I might be here now, and I need to like go back to doing something like that. But today I had this thought that, is it possible to be part of the marathon at my stage in life? Maybe. So that was my crazy thought. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. Have you thought about going into the marathon? Have you let it go? Have you never thought about it? Maybe this is me sparking that thought, and you will go into the marathon, into the Olympics, perhaps for a marathon. But that was my thought. I'm gonna see if this kale is still as good as yesterday. Sorry, my food. I'm not sorry, but my food always looks crazy. So does my hair, but. If you don't love my hair, it's really too bad. I'm actually really parched. My doctor would appreciate this. Honestly, I should probably drink a whole bottle every day of water. Today I also had a very sluggish day. I ran 40 minutes. And woke up later than I would have liked. Had a bunch of tech problems and took like 3 hours and nothing was resolved. It's very frustrating. Also very stressful. So I am very thankful about it. So I'm gonna end this whole video with some thanks. One, I'm thankful for my body, which literally takes so much like stress, both mentally and physically, and still carries me through the day, still lets me wake up in the morning and lets me run 40 freaking minutes. What used to feel like a long time is literally like meditation, like, oh my god, you're amazing, Sharif. Or, well, you know how when you're running for a long time or doing something that you don't normally do, thoughts come in and out of your head? When I'm running, those thoughts are not pretty, people. It is just not. It's like, well, it's pretty now, I will say. But it used to be very negative, like, why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. You could stop now, you could stop late, like, that plethora of things. Oh my god, the bug is still alive. Sorry. But now it's literally like, what am I grateful for on this run? How do I improve my physique while I'm running? What are my goals? Are you looking forward to tomorrow's run? Are you looking forward to tomorrow's rest? How can I improve my business? How can I improve my health? How can I encourage someone else to improve their health? It's just the activity that keeps on giving. That makes sense? Like, there's something that I learned, and it's been festering and kind of came to fruition when I went to Africa. But one, I was able to help someone from the tiniest of things, and two, when I did something large, it was even like, it was kind of equal. Like, I could make tables for people, right? And that's big. I could also, I don't know, say give away a lot of money. That's also really big. but I could also give a kid like a piece of bread, and the amount of joy in everyone's face was fairly equal, I would say. Even more so with less, because the people that were getting less really appreciated the little they were getting, whereas people that were getting more, they appreciated it, but it's like there's a threshold, kind of like that statistical fact that like how much money do you need to make in a certain amount of time to feel happy, right? Like after a certain amount, everything after it's nice, but it doesn't necessarily increase how you feel more grateful on earth, or with your family, or reduce stress, etc., etc. All of that to say, and I've experienced this as a teacher as well, but my whole motto is that the more that I obtain and learn and gain, like for example, I just got my master's, right? Great, yeah, awesome. People traditionally get it to advance their careers. I did it to learn, but too, it took a village. Like I had so many friends around me that would support me in different ways, would feed me on a bad day, would make me leave my apartment on a bad day, who would let me just like crash for whatever amount of time just to like be in a different environment. I think those people were paramount in my success, because I've also had friends, and you guys might be watching, who took one class, was stressed out AF, and was like, I'm never taking a class again. And that's very real as well. There are dropouts in programs where you don't need to get that degree, and you don't even need to get any degree really, but society says, right? And so I attribute my successes to those around me, not just like an individual, but like many individuals, because I am part of a community, like, and that's point blank, period, full stop, right? The point is that when I receive, because I've received a ton, I also need to give. I don't need to necessarily give a ton, but I need to give as much as I can, right? And so, like, giving the students that I met in Africa, like, 100% of my attention, or being able to just little things like save water, like don't run your water. I used to run my water all the time, because in movies, people are brushing their teeth running water. It was just like aesthetic, it sounds nice. Opening the door for people, that's a really big first world country kind of thing. Or even like, you know, sometimes people will, someone recently stole my light for my bike, and normally I'd be frustrated, like, oh my god, I have to buy another one. But honestly, what comes around goes around. Like, someone stole my bike light. They probably either needed the bike light for their bike, or they're gonna sell it. They needed money. Okay, well, there's a lot of people who have supported me in my journey in life. They've given me, I don't know, enough support to lose a bike light, if you will. Now, I'm not saying that it's great when people rob you, and there are worse things. Like, I had a flood like the other day, and it sucks. But the fact is, I think if we change our mindset a little bit to how grateful we are, and that we can give it back, not necessarily just like monetarily, but in time and effort and our intentions, that will make life so much better and nicer, and you can do like greater things and have higher expectations both for yourself and for others. And there are days where people won't meet those expectations. There are days where you won't meet your own expectations. But to give grace in those moments and to still expect the most of yourself and others, I think that's important, right? Like, I put myself to a very high standard. I put you to a very high standard. Are you gonna F up sometimes? Yes. And on those days, I'll be like, you suck. Because you do. But there's grace, right? To be like, hey, you sucked, and come back. Obviously, you have to believe in yourself as well. If you suck every day, you just suck. And if you don't want to be your best self every day, like, we're gonna have our low days, but if you're gonna be like not intentional, you don't give 100%, you don't want to give back, like, I don't really know what to say about that. But if you're giving your best, you have bad days. It makes sense. And that's when there's grace. The whole point of this would be to try your best in everything that you do. Like, give your 100%, and even in your darkest of days, you will shoot out a little bit better than yesterday. And that's a victory. That makes sense. And this all sparked because I decided that maybe one of us will join the Olympics. I hope you enjoyed eating with me a little bit. Because I enjoyed eating with you. So, have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you in the next Eat with Cherie.